we're going to first go over to some sales results. And Nintendo has recently had their quarterly meeting and telling all about their sales results for the 2021 and 2022 fiscal year, which runs from January, or so their last quarter was January to March, and then they talked about the whole fiscal year. And in that, they talked about how the Switch sold 4.11 million in that quarter, which now puts them over 107.65 million lifetime to date sales, surpassing the PS4, I believe, in the United States only, I think is the only numbers we have right now. But I'm guessing it's probably going to surpass the PS4 if it hasn't already worldwide numbers. But US is the only numbers I think we've gotten so far from that. And then we also got numbers from the second quarter, which tells us that the Nintendo Switch is leading sales numbers once again. Not to be, outdone. The PS5, I believe, is the top dollar selling, but the Switch has sold the most units. So because the price differences, that's the cause there. But Lego Star Wars Saga, in spite of the glitch on the Switch, it's also taking the number one spot of all the different games out there. Kirby's still at number 2. Switch Sports, which we just talked about, is number 3, and of course Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still holding on there at number 4 of the top 10 best sellers. You can find out all this information on our site, NintendoFuse.com.
An Indie World was announced the day before. They did really quick announcements. So May 11th, they dropped about 20 minutes, about 20 games were shown off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the games really quickly, and then we'll sit and discuss what we thought. And if I butcher any of these names, blame Steve, because that's why I'm covering this instead of him, because he didn't want to butcher any names.
All right, so we got way too many in the past.
So we got Ooblets coming this summer, Batara Lost Heaven coming in the fall, Elekhead coming this summer, Soundfall, which dropped that day, so it's out now, Wild Frost this holiday, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator this summer, a Gunbrella in 2023, We Are OFK this summer, Silt in June, Mini Motorways, which dropped on the date, so it's out now, Wayward Strand on July 21st, Cult of the Lamb 2022, so sometime this year, Another Crab's Treasure next year, One Shot World Machine Edition is coming this summer, Gibbon Beyond the Trees dropped that day, so that's out now, Idol Manager, which is coming August 25th, Card Shark on June 2nd, Cursed to Golf, which sounds like a nightmare to me, is coming this summer, A Guidebook of Babel, which is coming in the fall, and finally Opus, Echo of Starsong, Full Bloom Edition, which dropped that day, so that's also out right now. A lot of shadow drops.
EA is apparently might be looking to join the list of publishers that's going to be up for sale, or like merge with some other ones. This one comes right out of Kotaku. So basically, we've heard the story that EA's already lost their FIFA license, so this is kind of drawing potential acquisition talks that maybe like another company like Disney or Apple might be willing to pick them up, or perhaps it's something deeper where they will merge with another company and combine IPs. I mean, we've covered this in our last podcast as well with other I'm blanking on the name, but pretty much it was that other company that picked up all of Square's IPs, and this is just something along those. Yeah, the group one. Yeah, so there's some obviously discussions if EA is going to be the next one to follow suit with that.
And we already talked about Nintendo Switch having their own Mario Strikers game called Battle League, and that's coming out on June 10th. And so just around the corner, but Nintendo surprised us with another trailer back on May 12th and highlighted some different elements that are going to be in the game this time. So it's a 5v5 soccer-style game. They're actually calling it Strike this time. Instead of just calling it like a version of soccer, they're actually calling it strike. And you're going to have team tackles, so you can bump your teammates into to another player to cover ground in your tackle. There's a hyper strike mode, which you get this strike orb and you charge it up and shoot, and you can actually get 2 points instead of 1. There's unique characters, so before you picked your captain and a secondary character, and all the secondary characters on your team were the same. This time you can actually pick unique characters for each of the positions. And then there's also going to be Strikers Club, which you can form a club of up to 20 members, and you'll have rankings, promotions, all those different things within that season. So there will be a seasoned online game similar to all the other games out there like Fortnite and Rocket League and all that stuff that has seasons. Expect seasons in Mario Strikers Battle League.
Been a little tease going on Twitter from Fall Guys Twitter, and like, oh, big announcement, and it was kind of funny because we're all just like, yeah, we know what's coming because you already talked about this last year. The Fall Guys is coming to Switch, and sure enough, Fall Guys is coming to Switch. It's coming on June 21st, but the biggest surprise is that it's going to be free to play, and we'll be interested to see how many people decide to pick up Fall Guys now that it's going free to play, and it's going free to play on all platforms, not just the Switch. But for those that have been holding out, they're going to get their chance to tackle the obstacle courses this June.